Hello, my name is Maddie Scott. I'm in the class of 2016, and it is my honor to be presenting the 1991 girls cross country team for induction. For only the second time in Williston's history, the 1991 girls cross country team took first place in the Division II New England Championships, capping an undefeated season. Out of 70 runners at the championships, Williston finished with 5 girls in the top 20, led by Shauna and Suzanne Zalazzo, who finished 3rd and 9th respectively. Priscilla Fusco-Kanzer finished 12th. Tara Sheehan finished 18th, and co-captain Natalie Monk crossed the line in 19th place. Other members of the team included Catherine St. Louis, co-captain Messina Bottaro, Lissy Newman, Megan Ross, Jody Ryder, Amanda Patterson, and Carmen McDermott. As Coach Greg Talea stated at the time, "This is the best team I've ever coached. The girls are also some of the nicest young people I have met at Williston." After college, Shauna Zalazzo continued to race, winning the 2003 Philadelphia Marathon, placing 4th as the first American at the 2006 Hartford Marathon, and qualifying for the 2004 and 2008 Women's Olympic Marathon Trials. Her twin sister, Suzanne Zalazzo, won the New England Division II Individual Championship in 1992 and competed as a professional triathlete from 2009 to 2014, placing 6th at the 2011 Lake Placid Ironman and raced as a Category 2 elite cyclist. Tara Sheehan passed away in February 2002. In her memory and to benefit eating disorder programs, the family organized the annual Run Walk for Tara on the Williston-Northampton cross-country course. The Tara Sheehan Fund gives a grant each year to support eating disorder programs. As I read your names, please come to the front of the stage to receive your Hall of Fame medal from Mr. Conroy. Greg Talea. Suzanne Zalazzo. Shauna Zalazzo. Messina Bottaro. Catherine St. Louis. Priscilla Fusco-Kanzer. And accepting on behalf of Tara Sheehan, Mr. John and Mrs. Maureen Sheehan.
Thank you, Maddie, for the introduction. When we had an undefeated season and a New England championship in the fall of 1991, the runners from the current team were not yet born. And it is one of the nice things about this ceremony that the current teenagers from the 2015 team get to meet the former teenagers from 1991. The two teams have much in common: a sense of discipline and humor, a capacity for hard work, pride in attempting something difficult together, and an eagerness to experience physical pain. Cross country is not the most publicly glamorous of sports. Most of our contests on Saturday take place where no one can watch them. Our fans get to see only a few minutes at the beginning of the race when the girls are fresh and excited and strong, and a few minutes at the end when those same runners return in a depleted state of physical exhaustion and emotional distress. That transformation out in Nonotuck Park is what this crazy and wonderful sport is all about. And it has been a privilege for 3 decades to watch my teams confront those challenges with such strength and resilience. The winning like going undefeated or earning a championship, as this team has done, has been rewarding. But much more important to me has been the way that the girls have conducted themselves as winners, with respect and generosity toward those whom they were trying to defeat, girls from other schools who were working just as hard as we were and only happened to be wearing different colored uniforms. As representatives of our school, we have tried to be gracious in victory and in defeat, and this has always been part of the style of cross-country running at Williston with both boys and girls. The sport seems to attract a certain kind of person, and I am proud to have been associated with that kind of person for so many years. Every member of this team exemplified the qualities of discipline and humor and effort. You've heard some statistics from Maddie about this amazing team, which was certainly the best I have ever coached. We had not one, but two absolute superstars. Shauna and Sue almost always took 1-2 in dual meet races, not only in '91, but in all 3 of their years at the school. And the accomplishment of placing 5 Williston girls in the top 20 of a championship race has never been repeated in my 30 years as coach. But whether the final time on the course for any runner was 20 minutes or 30, each girl brought to every practice and to race supreme enthusiasm and a frightening work ethic. Maddie mentioned the runners who could not be here today, but I want to read their names as well. To all of you who couldn't make it, we are missing you today. Amanda Patterson, Jody Ryder, Megan Ross, Elizabeth Newman, Carmen McDermott, and co-captain Natalie Monk, who almost made the trip all the way from London, but in the end was not able to come. Last week, I received emails from all of them, sending their regrets and good wishes for the day. In those separate emails, they said almost precisely the same thing. We remember so much hard work and so much laughter. That's the way I remember it as well. It's a thrill for me that from that undefeated championship team, we are joined today by Catherine St. Louis, Shauna Zalazzo, Suzanne Zalazzo, Priscilla Fusco, and co-captain Messina Bottaro. The co-captains that year, Natalie and Messina, were really like assistant coaches to me in a year where I had no assistant. In addition to her accomplishments as a runner and as a leader on the team, Messina will take her place in Williston history for having organized the invention of our team cheer. One day at practice, I heard a strange combination of mysterious phrases murmured by several of the girls who had gathered in a group in what we then called the new gym. It turned out to be the birth of our baffling team cheer. In its final form, which has now been repeated before every race for the last 25 years, it touches on California geography. They've forgotten. San Diego, magic, hocus pocus, you don't remember. And one of the most profound questions that faced us in the late 20th century, baby in a high chair, who put her up there? I'm still not sure what the cheer actually means, but I know that every Saturday it has produced confusion and fear in our opponents. Also joining us today are the parents of Tara Sheehan, who was a 9th grader on the team and a big part of our success during the regular season and in the championship race. Tara competed on the team for only 1 season, and she died in 2002 at the age of 26 after a long battle with anorexia. The annual Run for Tara, which served as a fundraiser for local agencies devoted to the treatment of eating disorders, was established in her name by her parents, and for 10 years, every November 11th on Tara's birthday, the Run for Tara took place on our course on the same trails where Tara had trained and competed in 1991. I am so pleased that John and Maureen Sheehan could attend today on behalf of Tara, who remains strong in our memories. The 91 team had 12 girls on the roster, and we now have 37. And although the numbers have grown, the true nature of the team has remained constant. We have enjoyed great success over the years, which on paper simply means that on Saturdays, about 75% of the time, we've run faster than our opponents. Winning races has been a big part of the cross-country experience at Williston, and no team has demonstrated winning more dramatically than the 91 team. But I have always expressed to the runners that winning should not be our most important goal. Rather, it should be the striving to win, with each girl doing her absolute best, even when aching legs and feet and tired brains are screaming out to her to slow down. My greatest reward has been for a new runner to say proudly to me after her first race, "Thanks for making me do that. I never thought I could." Finally, I want to express my appreciation to my wife, Frances, and to my son, Owen, for putting up with my long absences every Saturday for the past 30 autumns. Instead of being at home with my family, I spent those fall afternoons with them and runners like them who gave fully of themselves to a team that they were proud to be a part of, as I was. Part of our experience together was about running itself, but we have known all along that it was about much more than that. It is a truly great thrill for me to see the 91 team back here on campus. Thank you very much.